Hello everyone. So today we're taking a look at two sauces that are very popular regionally, but you don't find very often outside of where they're from. The first is the Outerbridges sherry pepper sauce from Bermuda. You basically find this at any restaurant or home in Bermuda. Same thing with this Hawaiian chili pepper water. Very prevalent in Hawaii, but you rarely see either of these outside of where they're from. So I'm gonna try these out by themselves first, and then I have this beautiful golden pompano here that I'm gonna eat it with and see how they compare. So I actually picked this up while I was in Bermuda. Haven't opened it yet. This is the Devilishly hot version. It's supposed to be hotter than their normal one. Actually, I haven't tried this yet. I've had their original recipe, which great flavor, but wouldn't say it's very spicy. So let's see how this one compares. Get that hit of kind of alcohol, that cherry flavor for sure. It's got decent heat. It's almost like a more flavorful like cayenne tincture, if you've ever had that as like a homeopathic like cold remedy or whatever they sell at drugstores. Kind of reminds me of that, but with a little more flavor. A little bit medicinal actually. And this I've had. This is actually homemade Hawaiian chili pepper water. Very simple to make. It's basically just Hawaiian chili peppers, a little garlic, a little ginger, mostly water, a little bit of white distilled vinegar, and the red Hawaiian sea salt. That's nice. It's garlicky, pepper flavor really comes through. Basically what you would think it would taste like, but if you're not used to these kind of watery sauces, at first you might wish it was a little thicker, but once you start using them on the regular, they're quite addictive. Kind of goes well on everything. So let's dig right in. Let's try it on the fish. Off the bat though, I'd say I prefer the chili pepper water to the cherry pepper sauce. This one is actually a little bit hotter than this one. If you make it at home, you can make it as hot as you want, but this one definitely has more depth of flavor. This one is just alcohol, a little bit of sherry flavor. It's not very sweet. And then that heat, maybe from the fumes from the alcohol, you kind of feel it through your sinuses a little bit, which is kind of nice, but flavor-wise, that's definitely more complex. Let me try the fish first by itself. I made this with just a little dried jalapeno powder, a little salt, and some dill weed. Well seasoned. Let's try it with the sherry pepper sauce. Oh, actually really nice. I think this is one of those sauces that really needs to go on food. I mean, you're not really eating hot sauce by itself very often, at least most people aren't. By itself, it's okay, like I described before. But when you add it to the food, it really does enhance the flavor of the food. Adds a little bit of heat. It doesn't really add a whole lot of its own flavor, but it definitely enhances the flavor of the dish. So not really a sauce that you'd be like grabbing and having a spoonful and having very descriptive flavors, but it does really enhance the fish. All right, I'm gonna flip this over here. Go. Very different. It really adds a lot of its flavors to the dish. The red Hawaiian salt does make a difference. You can make it with regular sea salt or kosher salt even, but if you can get the true Hawaiian red clay salt, it does make a difference. It does have a very unique flavor profile. Hawaiian peppers you can substitute with any Thai chili peppers or the Sichuan peppers, things like that you might be able to find in a local Asian market. So this adds to the dish in that it changes the flavors a little bit, like most hot sauces would. You get the garlic coming through, you know, a little sweetness from the pepper, a little acidity from the vinegar, so that it changes the flavor of this. With this, doesn't change the flavor so much, it kind of enhances it, almost like how, you know, it's not like MSG at all, but kind of like how MSG would, or how when you add salt to the food, it doesn't really change the flavor of it so much as enhances the flavor of it. That's how I would describe this. So if you have a dish that is seasoned well already, you don't want to change the flavor, you just want to add a little bit of heat, enhance the flavor a little bit, I'd say this is a great choice. But if you're looking more for something like a traditional hot sauce that has its own flavor, that imparts its own flavors, Hawaiian chili pepper water is fantastic, can't go wrong with that. Yeah. Hard to pick a favorite between the two. They do very different things, but both definitely enhance the experience of the dish. I think for the rest of the meal, I'm probably just going to keep going back and forth between the two. Oh. If any of you have tried either of these or like or dislike either of these, would love to hear your thoughts and experiences with them. Please leave some comments down below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Have a good night.